Hello, young adventurers. Join me for another exciting story titled The Ugly Duckling. The Ugly Duckling is a fun story that teaches us to treat everyone with kindness, even if they seem different from us. Now get cozy and ready with your listening ears. The story is about to begin. Here it goes. Once upon a time, there was a mother duck who had a nest of eggs near a pond on a farm. She sat on the eggs to keep them warm and safe until they hatched. One day, the eggs started to crack open one by one. Out came fluffy little ducklings, chirping and quacking. The mother duck was very happy to see her babies. She counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 adorable yellow ducklings. But wait, what was this? A sixth egg was left in the nest. It was larger than the others and a different color, white with gray spots instead of yellow. "How strange," said Mother Duck. "I wonder what could be inside." The odd egg shook and rocked back and forth. Finally, it cracked open, and out tumbled the last duckling. Only this duckling did not look like the others at all. He was much bigger, with spindly legs and a long neck. His feathers were scruffy and gray. "My, what an unusual duckling you are!" exclaimed Mother Duck. But she loved him all the same. The gray duckling waddled after his brothers and sisters down to the pond. He splashed and paddled around happily. Over the next few days, though, the gray duckling began to realize he was different. His yellow, fluffy siblings stuck together while he was left out. At nap time, the yellow ducklings cuddled up close, keeping each other cozy. The gray duckling had to nestle by himself. During swimming lessons with Mother Duck, his brothers and sisters paddled gracefully. But the gray duckling splashed about clumsily with his oversized feet. "You swim like a log," quacked his sister. This made the gray duckling feel ashamed. When the family went to the farm for treats, the yellow ducklings were given breadcrumbs and corn. "Shoo, go away, you funny-looking fellow," said Farmer Brown to the gray duckling. "No treats for you." This made the gray duckling feel sad and unwanted. At night, the other ducklings had fun playing together before bedtime. "Go play somewhere else, ugly duckling," they said to their gray brother. The gray duckling wandered off by himself. Day after day, the gray duckling faced the same insults and exclusion from his siblings and the other animals on the farm. He felt very lonely and unhappy. "Why am I so different? Why doesn't anyone like me?" he said with tears in his eyes. The gray duckling decided he could not bear to stay where he was not wanted. That night, while the other ducks were fast asleep, he gathered his courage and ran away from the only home he knew. The world outside the farm was vast and scary for such a little duckling on his own. The gray duckling wandered for days without food or shelter. Winter came and snow began to fall. The duckling shivered in the cold. He missed the warm nest and his mother's soft feathers. Exhausted and frozen, the gray duckling came across a cozy little cottage in the woods with a light glowing in the window. He waddled up to the door and tapped his beak against it. An old woman opened the door and looked down in surprise. "You poor creature," she cried. "Come in out of the cold." The gray duckling was hurried inside. He was dried off, fed, and allowed to sleep by the fireplace. For the first time in ages, the duckling felt safe, warm, and cared for. When spring arrived, the gray duckling had grown into a strong, handsome swan. The old woman took him to a lake near her cottage. The swan glided gracefully across the water, which shimmered with his reflection. "Look at that beautiful swan," admired some children playing nearby. For the first time, the former ugly duckling held his head high, proud of what he saw. Just then, the swan noticed a group of adult swans swimming toward him. One swan, with warm and familiar eyes, stretched her wings out wide. "Mother!" cried the swan, recognizing his mother duck. "My darling, I have missed you so," said Mother Swan, hugging him close. She too had matured into an elegant swan over the winter. "But why did you leave us?" asked his brothers and sisters, now as snowy and splendid as he was. "I didn't feel like I belonged with you back then," he explained. "I'm so happy to be together again as a family, where we all match." The other swans surrounded him affectionately. They spent all day swimming, playing, and catching up with one another joyfully. At last, the former ugly duckling had found where he truly belonged. He knew now that it's what's inside that matters most of all. And no matter how different you feel, there will always be a place in the world where you fit in. Are you ready for an absolutely thrilling wordy adventure? Buckle up, because I've got the scoop on some super cool words from our story that will make your vocabulary soar to new heights. Now, some of these words might sound a bit fancy, but no worries. We're going to dive into a treasure trove of crazy cool and mega exciting words that mean the same thing. And here's the kicker. They're like secret code words, super duper special words called synonyms. Get ready to rock those words and impress your friends with your amazing word power. It's going to be an adventure like no other. The first word is nest. A nest is like a cozy, soft bed that birds make for themselves. They use sticks, leaves, and other things they find to build it. It's their special place where they lay their eggs and keep them safe and warm until they hatch into baby birds. So, a nest is like a bird's comfy home where they start their families. Other words that can be used in place of nest are home, den, and shelter. The second word is crack. To crack means when something hard, like an eggshell or a piece of ice, breaks into little pieces. It's like when you accidentally drop your crayon and it goes snap into two parts. So cracking is when something goes crunch and breaks into smaller bits. Other fun words that mean the same thing as crack are split, break, and snap. The third word is adorable. Adorable means something is super cute and makes you say, "Ah!" It's like when you see a fluffy kitten or a tiny puppy, and they're so sweet that you can't help but smile and think they're the most lovable thing in the world. Adorable is just a fancy word for really, really cute. Other words that mean the same thing as adorable are cute, sweet, and lovely. The fourth word is waddle. To waddle is like when a duck or a penguin walks in a funny way. Instead of taking regular steps, they kind of wiggle from side to side as they move. It looks a bit like a wobbly dance. So when someone waddles, it means they're walking in a cute and funny way, like a duck or a penguin. Other fun words that mean the same thing as waddle are shuffle, funny walk, and wobble. The fifth word is shoo. To shoo means to make something go away gently, like when you wave your hand to tell a fly or a bee to fly away. It's like saying, "Go away, little bug," in a friendly way. So when you shoo something, you're asking it to leave nicely. Other words that can be used in place of shoo are wave away, chase, or shush. The sixth word is spots. Spots are like little dots or marks that you can see on something. Imagine you have a ladybug, and it has those tiny black dots on its back. Those are its spots. Spots can be all sorts of shapes and colors, like circles or squares, and they make things look interesting and unique. So spots are like little decorations or patterns on things. Other words that mean the same thing as spots are dots, marks, and blemishes. I hope you had a blast listening to the story and discovering those super cool new words that are going to make your vocabulary shine like 1,000 fireworks. But guess what? This is just the tip of the iceberg in our magical word adventure. If you're super duper excited for more amazing words and fantastic stories that will make your imagination explode, don't even think about missing out. Slam that subscribe button and give this video a giant thumbs up. Let's keep the learning and fun going together. Your journey to becoming a word wizard is just getting started. Are you excited to test your knowledge and show what you know about this exciting story? Get ready for 5 awesome questions that are waiting for your answers. When you answer them all correctly, you'll feel like a storytelling champion. Are you ready for the quiz? Let's dive in to test your knowledge and understanding of the story. Question 1. How many ducklings did Mother Duck have at the beginning of the story? A. 3, B. 4, C. 6, D. 5. The correct answer is D. 5. Question 2. What was different about the last duckling that hatched from the eggs? A. It was smaller than the others. B. It was bigger and had gray feathers. C. It had colorful feathers. D. It had spots on its wings. The correct answer is B. It was bigger and had gray feathers. Question 3. How did the other ducklings treat the gray duckling when he was with them? A. They were kind and welcoming. B. They included him in all their games. C. They made fun of him and excluded him. D. They shared their treats with him. The correct answer is C. They made fun of him and excluded him. Question 4. What did the gray duckling do when he couldn't bear to stay where he wasn't wanted? A. He ran away from home. B. He asked his mother for help. C. He decided to make new friends. D. He tried to change himself. The correct answer is A. He ran away from home. Question 5. Where did the gray duckling find shelter during the winter? A. In a cozy cottage in the woods. B. In a cave. C. Under a big tree. D. In a nest on the farm. Correct answer, A. In a cozy cottage in the woods. High fives to all the super smart kids who crushed those questions. You're like brainy superheroes. To those with missed answers, no worries. Dive back in to reclaim those answers and rock it to success the next time. Keep shining bright and have a blast. Here's a secret. If you don't want to miss out on the fun, hit that subscribe button for more epic adventures. Until our next amazing tale, stay curious, keep growing, and be the incredible you.